Hey guys, and welcome to the RedsFX 10K Short Film Festival Award Show. Here we are guys at the culmination of 10,000 subscribers, at the culmination of the RedsFX 10K Short Film Festival. I feel like I've said those words so many times over the past month and a half, over on Twitter, on YouTube, all over the place. But guys, it's finally here. You guys had 1 month and then another half a month in order to make the best short film you could ever possibly make using whatever you had access to, whether that was your phone, whether that was your mom's camera, your dad's old microphone that he used to use when he was 2 years old. Why would a 2-year-old have a microphone? Looking at the entries, you guys are talented. And so picking the winners was extremely difficult for me, as everybody who ever hosts a show says that. But before we get into that, first I want to thank our amazing sponsors. They say get a haircut, you know, lockdown's a little bit easier now. Get a haircut, and guess what? It just grows back into whatever that is. First up, we have FX Home, the company who, without them, this channel would barely be a spot on the wall, which is insane to think about it, that the channel has been growing so much due to FX Home because of their creation of HitFilm Express, which obviously we all use, is the most powerful free software out there, can do almost anything you want it to do. And them sponsoring HitFilm Pro, which is even more powerful, including a 3D model engine, particle simulator, 3D camera tracker, and anything else you could want, industry standard essentially, it blows my mind, because it's the perfect way to reward you guys for using HitFilm Express, for using your dad's old camera, whatever it is, all over the time you guys are making short films. It's the best way to reward you guys to level up your software. A big thank you to them. Next up, we have Artlist, the best place on the internet for music. I've done so many videos about Artlist because not only do they provide the music for this entire channel, literally the theme song for this competition, the music I have in the background of every RedsFX episode, everything comes from Artlist, because they're the easiest way to get copyright-free music, especially with their amazing licensing system. I don't even need to mention it again because I've mentioned it so many times. So them sponsoring a year worth of their subscription for one of the winners, insane. And then we have Production Crate. Need I say anything else about Production Crate? We've made so many videos for them, which is on their website as well as on the channel. They have sort of the same ethos as HitFilm with FX Home, because if you go onto their website, you can create a completely free account, no information with your credit card you need to put in one of those websites, completely free, and you can download sure it's a capped amount, but you can download some of their assets for free. And there's a lot of their assets that's free. You'll notice whenever they release a new collection, there's at least 5-10 assets part of that new collection completely free for anybody to download. Like, that's insane. Right, this is getting a bit out of control. So now getting to the actual contestants and participants in this competition. Before I announce the 3 winners, I want to do a few honorable mentions. The Crossover by In-House Productions. This film I found to be really intriguing and interesting because it opened with an extremely impressive VFX shot. Like, no joke, going through the window with an almost dolly type of shot, that explosion, the dust waves, the ripple, the camera shake, everything fit so well together, and I felt like it was a really dramatic and cool opening to the film. And throughout the rest of the film, I did feel it was a little heavy on the news footage side, because too much news footage can sort of like dilute the message, but towards the end everything got wrapped together again, and I found that the message, especially now in the times that we are living, all of us can feel extremely frustrated and want to just, you know, escape from all of the chaos. You know, there's so many things just going wrong in this year, and the message that this short film shows is that, you know, if a portal opened and I could jump out into another dimension without any of these problems, yeah, I would. Next up, Contaminated by Nerdboy. I found the use of makeup and special effects in this film quite to be like make it or break it in this specific film, because if you look at the zombie VFX, not only the makeup and the torn shirt and the blood and stuff like that, but also the bite mark at the end. I found that the fact that you used practical effects for that instead of just slapping some sort of, you know, JPEG image of a bite mark on her arm, I found that to be really like a good choice on you guys' part, because it sold the final thing and it actually elevated the tone, because I knew I wasn't looking at a fake thing. I was looking at something that could actually look real, and it was really well done. Next up we have Alone by GS Films. This film, again, also very relevant, and it scarily showcases how bad things can actually get. This film also reminded me of a one-man band type of thing, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are actually working with. And one thing especially that stood out to me in this is the very subtle uses of VFX all around the place. The little cracks over here, and the little, weeds coming out of the wall, and, things like that. That was just subtly. It wasn't like the camera was pointed directly at it and saying, look at this VFX. It was just in the background. And it does a lot to elevate the actual atmosphere that you're feeling, that, this world is breaking down. Very Last of Us vibes, actually. Also, Red's FX street art. Need I say anything else? Nice. And now we have reached the esteemed top 3. The 3 people who have won this competition. Now, it was really difficult, as I said, to actually pick these winners, but I put a lot of thought into it, tossed and turned quite a bit over a few nights, restless, sleepless, and I finally made up my mind. And so without further ado, in 3rd place of the Reds FX 10K Short Film Festival, we have The Kraken.
The story say you can drag ships to the bottom of the ocean.
Only stories, Diana. Santiago, we shouldn't be taking this route.
We take whatever route I decide we take.
Julian thinks the stories are true.
Stories.
Have you heard of the Kraken?
The Kraken. You believe in ghost stories, Julian?
I just think they're a safe one. Now we've angered it. If we can get to shallower waters, we can lose it. What do you think of those stories now, Santiago?
Father!
This film opens probably in the most dramatic and epic way I could ever have imagined. When it started, I thought I was watching the next Michael Bay movie. I thought I was watching, and then after the first establishing shot comes up, which might I say is extremely well done, I thought I was watching the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie. The scale of this short film is extremely scary. The fact that you guys had the guts to pull off something, a spectacle this size, like on the ocean. You had no access to boats, but you were on the ocean. You didn't even go to the beach, but you were on the ocean. That blows my mind. So yeah, I have to commend you guys for undertaking such a humongous task, because this film is loaded to the brim with VFX. I feel like if I just poke it, the VFX will come exploding out of it. There's a CGI kraken, there's a CGI ship, there's every single shot is a green screen shot. And so the reason you guys have won third place is because despite some of the shots looking extremely janky, it's amazing. I found myself enjoying every single moment of this film, and especially when he yeets out a gun and starts just like firing bullets at the thing, that made me really laugh. I love the music choices, I love the sound effects, and the biggest thing that I want you guys to actually take away from this is that if you look at the credits of this specific short film, and you look at what it was shot with a Samsung cell phone. It was edited in HitFilm Express. All of the music was royalty free, and they were able to pull off something on the scale of this scale, the scale of a kraken. So a big shout out to you guys, and you guys win third place of the competition. Second place, we have Malfunction by Pet Rat Productions.
The AI is just too unstable. It's too dangerous. I'm going to recommend they cut your funding.
Sir, we've seen some massive improvements in these past few days, and things are about to get a whole lot better, I promise you. Here's your coffee. See? Look at that. Things are already improving.
Yeah, this one was disturbing. Really disturbing. This one was extremely well edited, I feel, because you have multiple scenarios, all of the same happening, you have the same shots repeating, but slowly it just gets more and more disturbing and corrupted and broken down and corrodes into a horror movie. And it was really well edited in that way. The VFX also wasn't the main aspect of the film, it was there to sort of back up the story, which I really like. The acting also really cool, gets more and more sadistic over time. This film is really creepy. The sound design is also really cool, the special effects really cool, the VFX, as I mentioned, well done. The ending shot also found really cool, the smoky atmosphere. It reminded me a lot of a Stranger Things type of vibe, you know, a couple of guys in a lab doing something, you know, shady. Really cool 3D work also, especially with those little robot thingies going around. And so yeah, you know, well done on that. And you won second place. And finally, we have the winner of the Reds FX 10K Short Film Festival. The greatest festival in all. Anyways, the first place goes to the short film Hello by Kyle Imus. That's guys, after a long journey, multiple years in the making, over 70 VFX tutorials, short films and filmmaking bits and skits here and there, we reached 10,000 subscribers, a number that is so big that my tiny brain can barely comprehend it. And in light of that, we are finally hosting our first...
Hello?
Hey, sorry, I think we disconnect. Wait a minute. Who is this?
This... that was weird. This is John. Oh, hello? Sorry, did you hang up or did we disconnect?
I'm sorry. Who is this?
This is John? The guy you just called?
No, I didn't call anyone. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I think I might have the wrong number. Who is this?
This is. Oh, ow. That was kind of weird. This is John. Hello? Hello?
Watching this short film, I was reminded exactly what I try to pull off every single time that I pick up a camera to make a short film, is to tell not really a contained story, but to tell an anecdote of a story. It's like you have this large-scale story or event that's happening, and you go in and you zoom in and you pick this tiny little section and you shoot that. And that's what I found to be really cool, because at the end of the day, a short film should be a small little segment, not necessarily having a large scale, not necessarily having a beginning, middle, and an end, even though that's, you know, perfectly accomplishable, as you can see by Kraken and Pet Rat Productions. With Kyle, he decided to go with a really, you know, niche route. And that's what I like to do. If you look at some of my short films, I like to tell specific little moments that it's up to you to decide at the end of the day what you actually think happened at the beginning of the film and at the end of the film, and how you interpret what happened in the middle. The sound effects in this film I found to really just hit that spot, because it wasn't like a bunch of, you know, robotic sounds and like extremely big clashes and whooshes. It was just tiny little films, you know, the little shuffle he makes when he sits down on the couch, the popcorn sounds, him chewing, the Foley, really well done. Also, your boy makes a cameo. If you look in the background over here, that's your boy. Me. I was in it. I also really like the lighting, I like the color grading, everything just feels really solid and well stitched together. A couple of good laughs, and also, like when the film ended, I was like, but... And then I had to rewatch it a couple of times, and then I found almost as if you can sort of think, yes, that's what's happening. Maybe he's on the other side of the call in another dimension, but maybe the words are a little bit different, so maybe it's not, but that's exactly why you have first place, my friend. And there we have it, guys. That's the end of the Reds FX 10K Short Film Festival. And the last time I'm gonna say those words, because damn, I've been saying it a lot. When I watch other competitions, I notice the hosts always say a specific thing. They always say, even if you didn't win, guys, you're a winner. And I thought that was really cheesy, because they're only giving prizes to 3 people, but they're calling everybody winners. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I swear to everything that is holy on this earth, doing this competition, sitting back and watching these films, the amount of enjoyment that I got from doing that, it it's I can't even describe it. I laughed so hard and I smiled so wide just pressing play on every single short film entered into this competition. And so all of you guys are winners, because at the end of the day, you decided to do something and you attempted to do something and you successfully did something that not a lot of people can actually do. You made a short film from beginning to end. You put your all into it, your heart and your soul. You followed the rules. You used whatever you had at your disposal. And every single one of you can walk away knowing that I think that you are all successful in doing this, because give an average person a camera, they can't do it. It's a specific calling, it's a specific gift, and that sounds really cheesy and corny, but it's true. Not everybody can do what we did and what you just did. And so I applaud you for that. Anyway guys, I will be in touch with the winners extremely soon to get you guys your prizes. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. We are now on like 10,000, like still growing. Extremely cool. There will be a new Reds FX episode out extremely soon. I hope you guys are staying safe. Thank you guys for watching and your continued support. And let's do it again sometime.